Take from them everything!
I'm Travis.
I'm Brody.
Steve-O. We're Pete.
And you're listening to the Metal Hand of God. Yeah, we're shitty at promos.
I don't know.
We usually keep it kind of conversational.
Yeah, so we just like talking to each other.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, guys, Metal Hand of God here, you know, in front of these millions and millions of people out here that you cannot see because this is crazy. It's crazy. We're here at WasabiCON doing our second part of this panel of basically learning more about anime, and we have
Rob. Hello.
This is Rob.
This is Rob.
He has no idea he was going to be pulled up here and do this.
We just selected from the crowd.
That's right. These millions of people, he was the lucky one to get chosen to come up here with us.
Hey, Anthony. How's it going, brother?
Anthony,
Good to see
what's
you.
up, man? What's up? Say hello to Rob.
Hi.
All right, so, guys, we're going to start off by saying that Rob just bought a book.
Oh, yeah.
And we're learning a little bit about this book, and it's actually pretty cool. It's called
Royal Taylor.
Royal Taylor.
Clothier to the Crown. Clothier to the Crown.
Nice. It's about a young lady who is trying to become a tailor.
Yeah, so she has a skill set, and the book takes place in essentially a post-war era time. And there are like mythical creatures, humans. The mythical creatures, the humans went into a war. Humans lost. Now there's a lot of discrimination against the humans, and she's pretty much just navigating having a job in a royal setting, dealing with discrimination, and actually getting like favored by a lot of like really important people. I'm only a couple chapters into it, but like the Elven Queen like appreciates
Is in love
her.
with her now.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, yeah, and like nothing gets her down. Like I said a minute ago, like she's just like cinnamon roll angel baby.
Right, just super happy. And
yeah,
cool
she's
about
like
whatever was going
gonna
on.
make the best out of it.
Okay, is this a series or is it just?
There's
Or is it just a?
I saw 3 books available
Oh,
at
okay.
the store that I went to.
All right,
So
all right.
there's at least 3 volumes.
Nice.
So
Hey, Stephanie, my gorgeous ex-roommate. How are you doing?
Stephanie.
She's awesome.
Can
I ask a question?
Go ahead. Of
Oh,
course.
why is it
No, you can't answer.
backwards?
oh, because it is so like in East Asian countries they write right to left.
Right to left?
Yeah, versus
Really?
us. So
Ooh, I didn't know that.
yeah,
You know
so
that?
they
Yeah, all manga is backwards.
yeah.
Oh,
So I only recently in the last couple of months, like when I go to like Barnes and Noble or any bookstore that sells manga, when I picked it up, I instinctively would grab it this way.
Yeah.
I only recently like started doing it right.
Yeah, look,
So-
man. Trust me, it's tough.
Yeah, and you like usually they have.
Where do you start? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a regular
So
book,
here,
just backwards.
and then you read.
Yeah, backwards seems awkward to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would because it's backwards. But.
You get used to it. It was a bit weird.
It's kind of like driving in another country.
Yeah.
On the opposite side of the road. So.
And then when you're like, wait, this don't make sense. You read the
Because
panels
you read
out.
this side, yeah.
Yeah, you read that. Well, even then, like the panels, you have to read them in a particular.
Oh, really?
order
You
as
have
well.
to go. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, I've had my first couple of months. I was like, oh wait, I totally read that section wrong. I gotta reread that.
So how long have you been into this stuff? Like you know.
I was 18 when I went to my first, and I'm 28 now. When I went to my first con, it was actually MechaCon.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
If y'all are familiar.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew nothing about anime, manga, none of that. I was a kid. I didn't grow up with a lot of stuff, so I didn't have a lot of exposure.
Right.
And I went to MechaCon forever ago, and I just thought it was the coolest thing on the planet.
Right.
Because I was like, all these people are here. They're being themselves.
Correct.
They're wearing these costumes. Like, this is my first time actually like wearing something to a convention.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. I'd never really seen people like unapologetically like be themselves.
Absolutely.
Especially like to that extreme, if you want to call that.
So that was your first con experience completely? You've
Completely,
never been,
my first
been to
con
any comic-
experience.
Oh, really?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I've
All right.
never been to anything like that before.
Yeah, it's usually a big baptized, like you walk in and you just like, wow.
It was crazy because I stayed the entire day. And like MechaCon days are long.
They are.
Like it was until like midnight. I got there
Yes.
like when it opened, and I was there until like midnight when they were like sweeping us out of the hotel.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, because they would have all the after parties and dance
Yes,
stuff.
the
and
rave. They had the
guests
house
and
party, like everyone called it the rave.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was exhausted, and I was like, this is the best thing on the planet. And then pretty much any anime convention that's come to New Orleans sounds like that too.
That's great, man.
So-
That's really cool.
Well, what's your favorite anime?
Free Ring, Beyond Journey's End.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is that
No idea
like
what that is.
a cartoon? Is it a cartoon show or a cartoon?
A movie.
Movie.
It's a show. So right now there's one season out. It's got 28 episodes.
Okay.
And it's amazing. It will change your life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where can we watch it?
Highly recommend. You can watch it on Netflix and Crunchyroll.
So what is it called again?
Free Ring.
Free Run. Okay,
Beyond
I'm
Journey's
gonna
End.
look. I'm gonna look it up.
That's an incredible one to start with. I mean, there's like several that are pretty good to start with. The Apothecary Diaries is also
Oh, nice.
pretty good.
That sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
What about My Hero Academia?
So, a
lot of people have
They said a lot of
said I
fans
would
of
like
that,
that
yeah.
because I'm a comic book guy.
you may like that. It's very hero based. It just wasn't like my cup of tea.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So
Is it goofy, too goofy, or is it too serious?
I didn't jive with the main character.
Okay.
Energy like
Yeah.
Deku. I've seen the movie. I saw like the first season. I saw some of the movies. I know a lot of people that really really like it. I just acknowledge that it's like not my
Right.
Not my
Yeah,
cup of tea.
sounds like you
Yeah.
like it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, all the stuff that I've watched, and like, cause I've watched all the older things, you know,
Mhm.
like I've watched Ninja Scroll and like
Mhm.
stuff from the '90s. That's
Mhm.
what I grew up
Fist
on.
of the
you
North
know.
Star.
Cowboy Bebopper.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, stuff like that. You know, it was more gritty, more. You know, the stuff that I watched was more. It wasn't artsy really. It was more like I'm going to cut your head off and blood's going to fly.
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
like
I mean-
Devilman and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Some other good ones from the time are like the older Studio Ghibli films.
Yes.
So like Nazca and the Valley of the Wind,
Mhm.
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, I've heard of that. I haven't watched.
Mhm.
Princess Mononoke is fantastic.
It's
It's a
It's
beautiful
just
film.
beautifully done, right?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Mind you, my first exposure to Hayao Miyazaki stuff was like Ponyo
Oh, Ponyo,
and
yeah.
like My Neighbor Totoro. And then I put on Princess Mononoke and I was like, oh, he just took an arrow to the face. Okay.
You're like, whoa, what the hell?
this is not the movie.
That's not the same what I was expecting.
Oh my god.
It was funny when Ponyo came out. I remember when it came out in the theaters,
Mm-hmm.
and no one went.
What is
no
it?
one went to see it. But they had
Nova Cyrus and because it was Miley Cyrus's younger
Yeah,
sister and then
that's
the
right.
Jonas
Oh, was it?
Brothers, like
Yeah.
younger brother that did that. They had an amazing English VA cast.
They had a stack of these Ponyo posters. I took the whole stack. So I had 100 of these things that I would just give away, but nobody wanted them.
That's crazy.
And I wish I'd have kept them because now we could have sold them
Yeah.
for like $100
Yeah.
a piece, you know?
That's crazy. No, Ponyo is phenomenal. It's a precious movie.
It's a great movie. It really is. I don't know why anybody didn't want to go see it at the time, but I mean,
Yeah.
of course, it was probably competing against something that was ridiculously popular. You
Also,
know?
I'm sure in the South these things kind of don't take off as much as they
Correct.
do in other.
I feel like now they would like. There was actually one other panel today that talked about like the presence of anime
Yeah.
becoming more popular, like specifically in the South. Like
Yeah.
it's becoming more mainstream popular. Like I remember when I was younger, it was kind of niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got made fun of, and
Mhm.
like I know a lot of people that are now like, oh, everyone on my Facebook and my social media is like
I'm
posting
into
about
it.
animes now,
Yeah.
and I've been into it. Like you used to bully me for this, but now you like it.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
that has a lot to do with a lot of celebrities coming out and saying they like Michael B. Jordan said he loves anime.
Megan Thee Stallion too, right? I
Yeah.
think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Henry Cavill loves
Michael B.
comic
Jordan
stuff.
doesn't count anymore because
Why?
he's at Diddy parties.
Not the
Was he?
parties.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was one of the people that just got brought up at the
He was a
trial.
Diddy diddler?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Him,
That's crazy.
and who else? Mike Myers.
If the Diddy parties are a factor, then you should just stop watching TV.
Exactly.
There were so many of them.
You're right, because everybody's been in the Diddy party except for me. I wasn't invited.
I
But
was invited. I just didn't go.
yeah.
Got a round of applause for that. So, do you normally read manga like this, or are you more into anime?
I'm more into anime watching it. If something catches my eye, I'll go and read it. Like for example, like Free Run, for example.
Mhm.
I've seen several animes. I've loved many of them. Never was I inclined to go and read the manga,
Right.
Because it continued after where the anime
Anime
left
stopped.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did go out and read that, purchase
Oh, yeah.
that. This is one of the few ones that I'm like, oh, this looks cute. I'm
It
gonna
looks
read
good.
that.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
check it out. Yeah, I've done that a few things. I'm a big fan of this video game called Gears of War.
Mhm.
So I played the games, and then they came before, like after the first game, they came out with novels,
Mhm.
and they were doing the novels that were back, that explaining,
Yeah.
the mythos of it. So
Right.
I went and read all 4 of those. And then they started doing novels in between each series of the games. So
Yeah.
I bought all those
All
too.
that.
It was just kind of, it makes you feel more involved.
Fanboy
Yeah.
shit is
With it.
so fun.
It is.
Like when you get into something like that.
You have that connection
Yeah.
with
With
the
it.
characters and stuff.
Mhm.
It's really cool, man. And I find that way with all the people that are here. You
Yeah.
know, like everybody that comes to these things, they're just like so in depth.
Just
into
passionate
it.
about it.
Yeah. What about you?
What do you like?
What is your favorite character?
In
But
what?
besides that,
In anime.
Well, I don't know that I have an absolute favorite, and I'm not sure South Park is even an anime.
that's
It
close
can.
enough. It can be. South Park is an anime.
I jokingly say, people are like, what's your favorite? And I'm like, King of the Hill.
Right? Yeah.
I love that anime.
Yeah, it's American anime, man. Come on, King of the Hill. You got what was it, American Dad?
Yeah.
all those guys.
Rick and Morty.
There's debate actually. So you know how people like argue over sub and dub in
Yeah.
English with anime.
Mhm.
So King of the Hill, when watching it in Japan, there's people that actually argue over what's better, the English version
Mhm.
or the Japanese dub.
Really?
Because some of the like idiosyncrasies and things that they do in English, the Japanese voice actors don't do or can't do. There's not like
that's
a,
funny.
an equivalence. And people are like, no, you need the real experience. You got to watch it in English.
Yeah,
It was the
that's
same way in
fun.
Ecuador. When I lived in Ecuador, I would watch The Simpsons to try to learn Spanish, and it's so silly. It's like it's just so different. The like the way they say though, it's not the same experience. That's a good way to put it, but it's just bizarre.
Right.
I like Boomhauer, for example. Like,
Mhm.
the
Oh, I
Japanese-
want to hear a Japanese version of that.
he enunciates everything.
Oh, yeah?
So
He does?
Yeah, so like everything's enunciated properly.
No,
and it's like
no,
that's the whole thing about the character is that
Yeah,
like
you can't understand.
struggle
it.
to
Yeah, you're
understand
not
him.
supposed to.
man all down, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What should be funny is if the Japanese guy, the voice
He
actor,
tried.
should do it in English.
Yeah.
So they
Oh,
can't
just say
understand it.
Just say the
Just say
English
the actual
equivalent.
words
Mhm.
so that they won't understand what he's saying. So this is the mumble
That would
guy.
be very
you know?
funny.
That's funny, man. Wow. I never thought about that.
So how have you liked WasabiCon?
I've enjoyed it a lot. The only thing is it just not as much is going on. I feel like there's a lot of downtime. in
Oh, yeah?
things.
Yeah.
But overall, like it's been a good experience.
I'm
So,
just, like,
I feel like it's going to grow as like years go on. and
that's
things
what I
pass.
said. I
So,
think it's a good convention. I do. I really do. I enjoyed every time we spent here.
Mhm.
And then also, our event coordinator, Cindy, was
Yeah.
fantastic.
She's
She was
amazing.
awesome.
There were a couple things. If y'all check TwitchCon,
Okay.
TwitchCon? Okay.
they do a lot of little inexpensive things that have a lot of impact, like button exchange, a little
Okay.
library where people can exchange, just come in and out, and nobody manning it. It's
Yeah.
just a table, you change out books.
Well, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Different interactive stuff like that where it doesn't take any manpower.
Mhm.
Right.
Somebody needs to set the table, one table up somewhere.
Right. Just put something somewhere and go for it.
They're coloring, bracelet making,
Oh, nice.
different.
It's like a flea market type thing.
Yeah, where people can just sit down and have something to do.
Right.
While
Like a
they
craft
decide if
station
they can
online.
actually talk to other people at the table.
Yeah.
Because it takes me, if we're at the end of the second day, and I've had a really hard time talking to people.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's Mother's Day weekend, there's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff packed into that.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But that's a good idea. I mean, to have like little
Yeah.
stations with set up places where they can just make stuff and just
Yeah.
go about their business for
It
nothing.
also sounds very bartery. Like
Yeah.
exchanging things.
Put
That's cool.
paper on one wall and let everybody here sign it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Or like one of those big banners like they do with this WasabiCon on it.
Yeah.
And then just everybody who comes in and you do your registration and you come sign them.
I feel like they could have set up some tables in the hallways,
Hmm?
Yeah.
and that would have been like bring more people towards the panels as well.
Yeah, like up here. Yeah, they
Yeah.
can have different things, like little stations that each Yeah, that would have been so much. But I mean, like, guys,
this is their
it's
second year.
second year.
Mhm.
So I mean, they're learning themselves and they're building up. So, and I do think it's going to
They
be really
evolve,
good.
it evolves.
I had a blast. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved the
I
whole
know
phenomenon.
WasabiCON originally, I could be wrong, I think it started off more like Gundam robotic
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
focus.
it did because
Okay.
One of my friends, Robbie, he's the Transformer artist.
Okay.
He was like one of
I
the
was
always
like, don't quote me
guests.
on that. I knew it was something completely
No, no, no,
different
yeah.
because when I found it, it was like anime, gaming, pop
Yeah.
culture, everything. It was completely different when it started. So
Yeah,
you
it
never
evolved
know
too.
what they're-
It evolved as well,
Mhm.
and it evolved into a huge monster, and then it just stopped.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember when they announced the last day, I was like, man, that's terrible. What's going on? You know?
Yeah.
But
So,
you never know.
All
You never
good
know.
things must come to an end.
yeah. I will say I was very intrigued by y'all's panel when I saw it. Like I was scrolling through the schedule
Yeah.
and I saw this. I was like, are they not one of us? Like, what
We are not.
We are not.
Endearingly, I was like, are they not one of us?
We're
Like, this is
new.
going to be interesting.
We're new. You know? We're a new
Yeah.
thing, and this is the second time we've done this. The first one was yesterday,
Yesterday, yeah.
and we learned a lot. I mean, we had some people interact with us. We're talking back and forth. We learned a lot about stuff, and it's fun.
Is there anything that like actually intrigue y'all, or like what's one thing like when you leave here, like I'm gonna watch this, or like I'm gonna
Oh,
do this?
I'm gonna honestly sit down and start trying to watch One Piece because everyone's telling me how good it is. It's just hard to get into at the beginning because of
Is that the one with Luffy?
yes,
Oh, okay.
because of the anime style and how it was at the beginning. It's harder to get into
Yeah.
until now.
And it's really silly, isn't it? I don't know if that's true.
I'm not sure. I haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah?
it. So
Okay.
it's also it has like 11,000 episodes.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It's,
yeah,
it's a commitment.
It's I think 12 years.
Oh, really?
This
I could
Yeah.
be wrong. I
or
think
something.
I think it's the count is like close to like 1,000 episodes. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I think they're up to almost 1,000. So it's a
Right.
lot of stuff to watch. But
Mhm.
I would like this. You know, I loved the live action. I've had this talk with people before. Live action was fantastic.
I heard it was received well. Didn't
I
it?
loved it, and I never watched one episode of the cartoon, so that's why I'm thinking, well, you know, I might want to go and watch some of this to kind of get the idea.
Anthony wants to know which is better, sub or dub.
I think it depends on what you just prefer as a person.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents on that. I will say there are some animes that I think they are just better in the Japanese
Mhm.
language, like Apothecary Diaries, for example.
Okay.
The English VA, in my opinion, is criminal. It's
Oh, okay.
diabolical.
I don't like. Oh wait, sometimes I like the reading part,
Mhm.
but if it's something I'm putting on, like while I'm doing work or something on my computer,
I need it.
I
yeah.
have to have the
The
dub
dub on.
version. Yeah.
I will say, in general, a lot of animes recently seem to have really good quality English dubs,
Okay.
comparatively. you
Okay.
know.
Awesome. So since you've been here, what have you seen any good outfits like
Oh my
costumes?
gosh, yes. There was actually 2 free run ones that were really good. They had this one chick, I believe they both made theirs, but this one chick, she like handcrafted the entire outfit.
Wow.
Ornate, beautiful, gorgeous.
Is it controversy?
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's just my opinion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My non-expert opinion.
And I saw a young lady today that was just dressed like a fox, I guess, and a scantily clad fox. Like she had the paws and the head on. It was like a big furry head.
Yes.
You saw her?
Yes.
She
And then,
she was stumbling around
oh yeah,
a little bit.
It's hard to see in those.
They
Yeah,
always
I know.
walk around like Joe Biden, just bumping into walls
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
So, yeah, no. I like the furry outfits. Those are fun.
Oh yeah, yeah,
They're
that's what they're all.
expensive, man.
They are.
If you don't make them yourself, that's a lot of money and
Mhm.
time, man. Those things are like thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's crazy.
It's cool, but it's crazy.
I don't. Was she a character from something? Do you know?
Not that I recognize. I know a lot of people that get the furry outfits made. Those are based off like a persona or like a personal.
Oh, okay.
Like they made
It's
that
their
up. That's their
character.
thing.
It's their
They're
character.
like
Is
an
it-
original character.
I always heard that furry stuff was all about like sex stuff. Is that a thing?
I don't know that I know enough to comment on that.
Oh, okay.
I know that a lot of people that are furries that will say like that's the thing that gets highlighted. But
Oh,
it's not it
gotcha.
to
I got you.
culture.
I got you.
I've yet to ever see anybody wear one of those big, huge masks at a geek convention.
Oh yeah.
Really?
There's one
some
here.
downstairs.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
I've seen like
This
3 or
is
4 of them.
anime stuff.
Oh,
you mean at a
okay.
different convention? Yeah.
Key conventions, but.
Oh, the kink conventions.
Oh,
You go to a
alright,
lot of
you
the
go to
kink
those
conventions?
too? All right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't think I've been to a kink convention yet.
No.
I've been on that. There's a site called.
Maybe we'll get a table one, huh?
Yeah, that'd be great. There's a site
Yeah.
called. What's that site called? FetLife.
You porn?
I tried that once, but it didn't work for me because
Wasn't your cup of tea?
No, it wasn't for me. Just the site alone. It wasn't the people or anything. It was just the site. You had to like pay to get people to
Oh yeah.
like talk to you and stuff like that.
Kind of like
Okay,
an
for
OnlyFans
that.
thing.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kind of more like a dating site just for sex, but it's like they make you kind of pay to see who
There's, like,
likes you.
paywalls
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
Pay to play.
Yeah.
That's not that like, that's a different one you're thinking of.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Okay. I'll check out.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by that, but you know, if you guys want to pay us, we'll definitely have a sponsorship rolling on that. If you
We can do FetLife announcements.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, Tom. Hey, buddy.
Tom, what's up,
See you
bud?
guys at Midwest Fur Fest 2025.
Yes.
What did he say?
He said, "See you guys at Midwest Fur Fest 2025."
Get your tails ready, boys.
Yes, we'll do wagon and everything. I saw a girl who had one that was wagon.
Yeah.
That
Oh
was
yeah, it
really
was like
cool.
a robotic.
It was like a whole
Was it
thing.
the silicone one?
No,
or
it was
the-
a whole fur tail, man,
Okay.
and it was just wagging away. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
It was
I kept
waving
going,
at you.
hell, like how's that work? You know, it's got to be some kind of motorized thing, but.
I love that.
I sit on it and break on tailbone.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh, all right. We about out of time?
Yeah, man, we gotta cut this one short. We got about another 2 minutes.
Okay.
Tell these people if you want to tell these people where they can find you. If you want to talk to
Like
other people,
Facebook and stuff like that. Or if you have a-
If you have anything cool that you want to promote, go right
I
ahead.
don't really have anything to promote. I am on Facebook. My name is Rob R.J. Thompson.
There you go.
THONPSON. But I don't really have anything to promote. Just
Yeah,
to,
but he's just a really cool guy that took the
Everyday
time out to
person.
come sit up here and hang out with us.
Absolutely.
I mean, no reason.
Did you make your ears?
I did, and I actually got these from the Louisiana Run Fest.
Oh.
So
They're awesome.
or the Run
These are
Fest.
very cool.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Well,
Rob.
thanks everybody. We'll
Thank you.
Yes,
close this
absolutely.
out, and thanks you guys for joining us.
Thanks,
Man,
Tom.
that's so
Thanks, Anthony. Have a
much. Guys,
wonderful
later,
day.
and come back to our video.
Adieu, adieu, parting is such sweet sorrow.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
Get the fuck out!
Okay then. That's it.